Hello, it's Mike, back with a fan cam discussing the atrocious game last night between West Ham and Chelsea, where West Ham was smashed 5-1, which was diabolical. Something that's been said quite a few times when it's involving West Ham seems to be that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. Now, it's certainly not David Sullivan's fault that I chose to live in Cornwall when I was younger. So it's not really his fault that I have to spend an absolute fortune and a load of time trying to watch the team I love. But I'm not going to stop loving them just because I'm living in Cornwall. But it is his fault that we're so utterly atrocious. So the definition of madness or insanity is me going out to watch West Ham thinking we might win. This don't happen, does it? Anyway, so the game, which I've just got back from. So this Saturday, I made a bit of a cock up and arranged to go camping this weekend, which is bank holiday weekend. But when I originally got the tickets for Chelsea, it was a Saturday game, and then they get changed to a Friday. Because it was changed to a Friday, I think I completely forgot that we were playing Chelsea. And so I've kind of double booked. So I got up 10:30 yesterday. No, I didn't get up at 10:30. I left at 10:30. 10:30 yesterday, I left Cornwall. Rode to my mum's. The traffic was horrendous. And even on a motorbike, I was struggling to get through the traffic. Finally got there at 4:45 when I wanted to be there at 3:30. So it was late getting to Stratford. My battery died on my phone, which carries the tickets and money and all that sort of stuff. So I had no power on my phone, so I had to wait for that to charge up. So I didn't get to London Stadium till quite late. So I didn't get to go on the boats, which was rubbish. I am sad. I do like to buy a shirt every year, and I like to get it in person because I'm a little bit old-fashioned. So I only had time to go to the store, but bought a shirt, bought the third kit, which I really like, fits well. But you know when you start doing something, you think, is the universe trying to tell me this isn't going to work? Cream went all over in my bag, got everything messed up. It was just, everything went wrong from the word go. Anyway, have a quick look at the starting lineup. I thought, all right, he's got rid of Rodriguez and he's brought in Souček. Okay, all right, still not Potts, but still playing the same 3-5-2 or 10-0, whichever way you want to look at it. And I'm not really pleased with the lineup, but let's see how we get on. So game kicks off, first 5 minutes, man, not too bad. And we score. Paqueta scores a beautiful goal. It's an absolute cracker. He's running forward. He has a look left, has a look left, has a look right. There's absolutely nothing on. And he sees a keeper and he thinks, I'll have a go. Had a go. Peach. Absolute peach of a goal. That was a cracking goal, but let's not pretend it was world-class play or anything like that. It was because he had nothing on. There was nothing on. Anyway, so great goal, 1-0 up. All right, brilliant. Then we let them have the ball for about 10 minutes, I think. And then they scored, they equalised. And there's no point going through their goals, to be honest, because they're all the same. They're all 6-yard, absolute tosh defending. We've got 3 centre-backs who cannot defend. They're appalling. Anyway, so really, goals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rinse, repeat. It's the same. We can't defend our 6-yard box. We just can't defend, but we can't defend our 6-yard box. Oh, and that and the fact that the keeper, I think he made one save, which we all ironically cheered near the end of the game. Anyway, so they score 1-1. All right. But we'd had a bit of the game, we weren't too bad, really. Then we go up the other end and we score again. But it's disallowed. Couldn't really tell in the stadium what the score was. with the offside. But it was, you know, I've seen the replay, and you know, it's tight, but it's offside, so offside's offside, so that's the way it is. So rightly disallowed goal, and it's back to 1-1. And then we just let them have the ball. Just let them have the ball. We were atrocious, and with half an hour we're 3-1 down. People left after. When we got to 3-1 down, people were already leaving, and by half time people were leaving. In fact, that's the only evening game I've ever been to where the stop-go wasn't a problem, because it was only half the stadium that was left. So that won't be a problem in the Championship next year, because that is where we are going, I'm afraid. We were atrocious yesterday. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what Potter's doing. I mean, the board is just disgraceful. They haven't put any money in. We all knew at the end of last season we needed a midfield. We all knew we needed players. We all knew players were leaving. So why is a plan not being put in place to sort this out? Because it's just diabolical. We're meant to be like top 20th, like 17th or 19th richest club in the world or something like that. How's that? We can't even go and buy some players that we want. I mean, I appreciate it might be difficult to attract some players because there's never been so many English players in Europe this season. But West Ham should be an attractive proposition in London, Premier League, rich history, good tradition, a well-supported club. You know, let's not kid ourselves. West Ham is a well-supported club. Most of Essex, you know, at least half of Essex and the East End, and you know, the board is diabolical. What they've done to this club, diabolical. They took us down with Grant, and if they don't pull the finger out, they're going to take us down with Potter as well. It's just terrible. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, so we've got no midfield. So where are we trying to play through it? Yesterday, we had Diouf and Wan-Bissaka. I know Wan-Bissaka defensively was atrocious, as well as everyone else was. But Diouf had loads, and I mean loads of space. I don't know if you could have seen it if you were watching it on the box, I don't know if you would have seen it, but he had acres of space. All it had to do was, whether it's a switch ball or in the middle of the park and switch it left, but you've got to be quick with it, and he's off. And I think one time they did it, maybe twice through the whole game, we was nearly in. It was an obvious, we're our quickest players, and two potentially of our most important players, Bob Bowen, Paqueta, play as wing backs. They're on the wing, they're hugging that touchline. They had little to no service. It was just ridiculous, just going through the middle all the time. It's not going to work. It just ain't going to work. And guess what? It didn't. At one point, I can't remember what half it was in. I mean, it was just a bit of a blur of crap, really, to be honest. At one point, two of their players, and I can't remember who they were, they passed the ball between themselves. Must have been 15 times. We just stood there. We just stood there and watched them. No one even closed them down. It's embarrassing. There's no fight. There's no desire. There's no hope. And that's really why people were leaving, because it's not even like, you know, there's been, you know, you can get smacked 3-1 by half time, but you've given a good account of yourself. And people are going to stay to the end to watch it because they think, well, you know, it's 3-1, but we might still be in this. Not last night. There was no hope, and that's why people left. So one of the blokes walked out and he said, why would you pay to get smashed by this lot? Like, properly smashed. He's like, I'm going home. And I thought, who can blame him? Who can blame him? I mean, it was a great atmosphere before the game. Oh, there's loads of singing. It was great. It was brilliant to hear. Walking around the London Stadium, like outside the stadium, there was people everywhere. West Ham everywhere. It was brilliant. You know, the end of last season was pretty atrocious with regards to atmosphere. The atmosphere yesterday was brilliant. Honestly, before the game was fantastic. And to be fair, for the first, I think when we went 3-1 down, it did just go flat. But up until then, there was lots of singing, lots of encouragement. even though people were a little bit frustrated with a couple of things, a couple of players, there was still a lot of support for the team. But the players are just not up to it. They just ain't. They haven't got it. They're just not interested. I don't know what's going on. They talk about this harmony and this everyone's togetherness and all this. I didn't see none of that on the pitch yesterday. I didn't see people fighting for the badge. I didn't see none of that. It's diabolical. We're going down. If he don't get, he's got like 7 days to get, or 6 days now, to get 2, 4, 6 players. We need a centre back. We need a James Collins in there. And I'm not talking about, James Collins made mistakes. Oh, Ginger Pele, he wasn't the perfect centre back, and nor was oh crikey, I can't remember his name now. But anyway, no nonsense defenders. I'm not saying they don't make mistakes, because everybody does, but there's no fucking around. Just get rid of the ball. Just bosh. Take the player, take the ball, take everything. It's all in good. You need players who can play out from the back. Yeah, that's fine. But you also need players who just take responsibility and, smash it. Oh. We need a centre back. We need a centre back. We need someone else. Todibo was terrible yesterday. Agurd was all right. Max Kilman went fantastic. It's crap. Anyway, I've had enough of it, so I'm going to go. Mrs. is here. She's going to tell me off. So I'll see you guys later. Bye. Okay, massive hard edit. The boss didn't need me. I thought she did, but she didn't. So we're now camping. We set up the camping and everything. And I thought I just wanted to finish because I didn't really finish properly. It's not the first time that's been said. But yeah, sorry. Back to the game, which was, as we said earlier, terrible. I don't know if there's any positives. If we talk about some players, I thought the goalkeeper thing is a worry, really, isn't it? We've spent 15-20 million pound on a number one. So far, looks a bit crap. 8 goals in 2 games. I mean, that's not very good. And to be fair, he's at fault for quite a few of them. So that's worrying. I thought we bought a new keeper, because we wanted someone that was comfortable with the ball at their feet. But he's just hoofing it. He's not playing it. We're not playing it around at the back. We're just hoofing it up. So I don't really understand. If that's the case, might as well just keep Areola there. It just don't make sense to me. So I don't know what's going on there. I mean, he was quite, when Potter was pressed in the press conference before the game, he almost seemed a bit spiky to me, I thought, when he was asked about Mads Manson, and he said, I'll be starting. And, he doesn't normally give stuff away. So I don't know if that's loyalty towards Mads, in the sense that he believes in him, or is it that he's embarrassed? I don't know. But, I mean, 8 goals in 2 games is pretty crap, really. So whether Areola will come back in. I mean, obviously the next game is Wolves, and I would imagine Areola will be in for that. So whether then he'll play against Forest or not, who knows? We'll see. One thing I didn't actually consider, someone said about, I didn't realise Mads Manson hasn't really had a pre-season. He was injured at the end of the season and hasn't really had much of a pre-season. I don't know how much keepers need from that, but I suppose they need sharpness. So maybe that's to play. I don't know, but there's serious concerns there. The back three was crap. I don't know. Was Agurd the better one of the 3? Maybe hard to tell. Wan-Bissaka was appalling. I thought Diouf was all right. I don't think he did anything wrong. I think he'd really tried going forward. So I think there was nothing to be concerned about there. Well, there's nothing to be concerned about with Wan-Bissaka, but he was crap. He was crap yesterday. No awareness for the cut of the goals, I don't think, really. James Ward-Prowse was anonymous, as was Souček, really, I think. and Paqueta's goal was good. He tried a lot. He gave away a goal when he, like Gio said about, he thought it might have been a foul for the second goal, was it? Perhaps. Yeah, maybe. He just goes down too easy, doesn't he, Paqueta? He creates problems for us sometimes, which is frustrating. But I mean, his goal was quality finish, great finish. So well played for that at least. And he tried through the game. To be fair, Paqueta, but he has his moments. He's either hit or miss. He seems to be hit or miss, doesn't he? So it was that. I mean, Bowen tried really hard, but I mean, he just had nothing. Fulcrook did some good things. I think some of his hold-up play and knocking the ball about wasn't too bad at all. But he didn't do anything to write home about. Had he have scored that goal, obviously, probably things would have been a bit different. But it was offside, so can't really say much more about that. At half-time, we brought on Callum Wilson and Freddie Potts, and I thought, well, first of all, I was pleased to see Pottsy play, and I thought he did okay. It was his Premier League debut, obviously. I think it was anyway, but he did okay. I think he gave the ball away a couple of times, but he certainly tried. He definitely had some good moments. So I'm pleased that Pottsy had a run out, and hopefully he can build on that in that midfield, because we're crying out for something. So hopefully he can build on that. I thought Callum Marshall was actually all right. I thought he did all right. He put himself about a bit. He was better than the cameo he had in the Sunderland game anyway. But no, I thought Callum Wilson did all right. I mean, he seemed to care a lot more than most people did anyway. But he put himself about a bit. There was one opportunity he had when I think if he'd have taken a shot earlier, he might have... he created a pretty good opportunity for himself, really, to be fair. But he didn't. He took too long with it, so he didn't finish it. So that was a shame, really. But I think we're in big trouble, big trouble. And if we don't sign a couple of players real soon, more than a couple of players, 4, 5, 6 players, well, we're not going to do that, are we? If we get 2, we'll be lucky. But if we don't sign some players, we're bang in trouble. But anyway, that was it. Really sorry for Moni McMoneson again. I'm camping now. I've now actually had a beer, so I feel a little bit more chilled about the game, but it's still crap. But I better go because people are waiting for me and taking the mickey out of me. But listen, thanks for listening to me. I'm really sorry that I'm moany. I can't. I'm so unhappy with it, and I just really hope we sort something out. What that is, I don't know. But listen, if you like the video, please drop a like on it. Subscribe if you're new to Hammers Chat, because the boys really appreciate it. And I'll see you soon, where maybe we can beat Wolves. I don't know.